For a long time, I believed that achieving success required making huge, dramatic changes. Every time a new year started, I made a long list of ambitious goals. I promised myself that I would exercise for 2 hours every single day, read 50 books a year, and completely eliminate sugar from my diet. In the beginning, I was full of motivation and excitement. I woke up at 5 in the morning, went straight to the gym, and forced myself to work tirelessly. However, this intense motivation never lasted very long. After just 2 or 3 weeks, I felt completely exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. As soon as life got busy or stressful, I returned right back to my old routines. I failed so many times that I started to believe I simply lacked willpower and discipline. I thought that successful people possessed some special strength that I was born without. Then one quiet Sunday evening, I discovered a book about habit formation. It explained a simple concept that completely shifted my perspective. The book argued that massive success does not require massive action. Instead, small daily improvements, practiced consistently over time, lead to remarkable long-term results. I decided to test this idea in my own life. Part 2. Starting absurdly small. I decided to start my new journey by making changes so ridiculously small that I could not possibly fail. Instead of trying to read for an hour, I committed to reading just 2 pages of a book before going to sleep. Instead of going to the gym for 2 hours, I did 5 simple push-ups on my bedroom floor. Every morning after brushing my teeth. At first, it felt almost funny. Doing 5 push-ups or reading 2 pages seemed far too small to make any difference. My mind kept telling me that I was wasting my time and that such tiny efforts were useless. However, I forced myself to stick to the plan without worrying about fast results. The goal was not to get fit in a week or finish a thick book in a month. The true goal was simply to build the identity of a consistent person. Because the tasks were so easy, I never needed to summon massive willpower. Even on days when I was tired or had a terrible day at work, I could still read 2 pages or do 5 quick push-ups. Slowly but surely, I proved to myself that I was capable of keeping promises. As the weeks turned into months, something surprising began to happen. The small habits I started became completely automatic parts of my day. I no longer had to persuade myself to open a book at night. My hand simply reached for it. Once reading 2 pages became effortless, I naturally began reading 5 pages, then 10 pages, and eventually full chapters. My small morning workout gradually expanded into 20 minutes of regular physical exercise. This is what scientists call the compounding effect. Just as money earns interest in a bank, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them over time. On any given day, a tiny improvement seems invisible. Eating one healthy meal does not make you healthy overnight. Practicing a language for 10 minutes does not make you fluent immediately. However, when you stack those daily actions over 6 months or a year, the cumulative transformation is incredible. I realized that progress is not a sprint. It is a slow, steady marathon. Through this personal transformation, I learned another vital lesson. Having goals is helpful for setting a direction, but building systems is what actually creates progress. In the past, I spent all my energy thinking about the destination. I focused constantly on losing 10 kilos or saving a specific amount of money. When progress was slow, I felt disappointed and discouraged. Now, I focus entirely on the daily system. My system for reading is keeping a book on my nightstand and turning off my phone at 9 o'clock. My system for staying healthy is preparing my sports clothes the night before I go to sleep by designing an environment that supports my good choices. I make good habits the path of least resistance. I also learned to make bad habits difficult. For example, if I want to stop scrolling on social media, I'll leave my phone in another room while I am working or sleeping. When you change your immediate environment, you do not have to fight against temptation. All day long, looking back at my life today, I am amazed by how much has changed. I have read over 20 books this past year. I am in the best physical shape of my life. And I feel far more confident in my abilities. Yet, I did not transform my life overnight. Through a single moment of extreme effort, I transformed my life by focusing on 1% improvements. Each and every day, if you are currently feeling stuck or overwhelmed by your own big goals, I encourage you to lower your expectations. Do not worry about changing everything tomorrow. Pick one tiny, positive action that takes less than 2 minutes to complete. and do it today. Repeat that tiny action again tomorrow. And the day after that. Trust the quiet process of daily growth. And give your habits time to accumulate. You will be astonished to discover how small atomic changes can completely redefine your entire future.